Hi, thank you for stopping by, and this is going to be a very informative video because lately I've been thinking about getting into shiitake mushroom farming, and when I think about something, I do a deep down dive and research on the topic. And the topic for this video is shiitake mushroom farming. And as I digged and searched, I stumbled upon some really bewildering facts. I shall share each of it with you so that in case you are planning to grow it at home on a small scale and create an alternate source of income out of its sales, you should know certain facts about it. Certain facts, do's, don'ts, and certain things, such some sort of information which will help you to kind of think about moving forward or reconsider whatever you want to do, basically. So, the first point is the vegetative growth in wood logs takes between 8 to 12 months. So you have to understand that, for example, if you've sown seeds like the one that you can see on your screen, you can see the log behind it, the wood log. What actually starts to happen is that if, for example, if you sown the seeds in January, February, you will see the mushrooms only by the end of the year. So don't presume and don't start to think that it is as good as the harvest happens as quick as it happens in button mushroom or oyster mushroom. So you got to be patient, you got to wait. And if you do the sawdust option, if you take the sawdust option instead of the wood log option, that is a medium is sawdust, then what basically happens is it still takes about 150 to 200 days for the first harvest or the first yield to pop up. So the second point, they can be grown with sawdust in exactly the same manner inside bags, just as one grows oyster or button mushroom. So I'm sure you've gone through a couple of my other videos in which I've shown oyster mushroom bags as well as button mushroom bags and how I bought it, from where I bought it, at what cost I bought it, and how much mycelium has started to run in it, and how much time it takes to grow both these qualities of both these types and varieties of mushrooms. So if you use sawdust, you can do exactly the same procedure with shiitake mushroom. You got to put the spawns in exactly the same manner. The only thing is that it takes about 70-80 days for the mycelium to create proper run, unlike in button and oyster mushroom wherein it takes a very short time. Alright, so the third point, it can grow in temperatures of up to a maximum of 30 degrees Celsius and not beyond, as the backed up spawns will stop yielding beyond 30 degrees Celsius. So if you notice, all those places where in countries, I would say, which are high shiitake mushroom yielding or have high shiitake mushroom production are the ones wherein the climatic conditions are 28 degrees or below that. So this type of temperature is actually most conducive for the growth of shiitake mushroom. All right, so the fourth point out here is the fresh air needed during the growth of shiitake mushroom is actually significantly lesser than needed in the case of oyster and button mushroom. So you got to give fresh air to both these varieties of uh, mushrooms, that is oyster as well as button, every few hours or once in a day after, let's say, 10-15 days of creating the whole bag, right? So it has to happen in a daily manner. You have to let the carbon dioxide go out and let in some fresh air, and for that you may have to deploy exhaust fans or other certain types of high velocity fans. So the fifth point here is, after the very first harvest of shiitake mushroom, new growth for subsequent harvest occurs every 30 to 40 days, and that's an amazing part about it, that once you take the harvest of the yield, then you can get another harvest in 30 to 40 days. So it is the first vegetative growth that takes about 8 to 12 months if grown on a log, and takes about let's say 5 to 6 months to maximum 7 months if grown under the medium called of sawdust basically. So the last point is something that I want to put light on, because I'm trying to encourage people to start growing mushrooms at home, so that they have an alternate source of income beyond their regular source of income that they are already engaged in. Because mushroom farming doesn't require too much of your time. It unlike the regular field farming techniques which require full-time attention, this doesn't require full-time attention at all. Just 30 minutes at max of your time every day. That's about it. I'm sure you can do that. Most of us can. So the last point is pricing for dried shiitake mushroom per kg in American, European, and Indian markets are as follows. Now this is going to motivate you, trust me. Per kg shiitake dried mushroom is sells at about $100 in the US, about 90 euros in the European Union countries, about 16 to 1800 to 2000 rupees in India. And this I've taken as average sales price. This could go up depending on your quality and the demand of demand of shiitake mushroom and other variables that are prevailing in the market at a particular time. So guys, this is what I wanted to share with you. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for listening to me. I'll see you very soon in the next video. Until then, God bless you. Take care. Keep smiling. Peace.